today is Plant Appreciation Day. And as a plant mom who's not still figuring it out,
My girl,
I'm excited to get in
in a hand,
someone who has figured it out.
one in a man.
The founder of Plant Plug GH. If you're looking at how to get your own plants,
So,
whether for gardening, whether just to create oxygen in your home,
really feel
or for decorative pieces,
That is special.
you should definitely be speaking to Plant Plug GH. And the founder is here, Ivy Enyanam. Hi, Ivy.
Hi, AJ.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited about today.
I am as well. Okay, so what does Plant Appreciation Day mean to you?
I think it's just like Valentine's Day.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause
all right.
I think it's just you appreciating the thing that has always been there for you. Even when you can't see its importance and its relevance, it's still there for you.
Yeah.
And it's always like doing it. You don't even have to ask.
True.
So
true,
yeah,
true.
it's just like Valentine's Day for me. And
I
I'm
love
excited
that.
about it.
I love that. All right, so you brought me a wide array of plants into studio. Some of
Yes.
them I know.
Yes.
Some I've never seen before. Some I've seen before, but I don't know what they're called.
Which
so,
one?
I think I know the snake
Plant?
snake plant. Yes.
Yes.
That I know. I think I recognize some. This is like a palm. Like,
No.
is there any?
It's a spider plant.
Spider plant, and I'm lost.
Yeah.
Okay, walk us through the plants you have in the studio.
Okay, so the tall baby over there is what people usually call the money tree.
Oh.
The one that looks like the purple leaves.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that is
okay.
the money tree. This one
Okay.
has an interesting name. It's called a cotyledon plant.
cotyledon plant.
Yes.
What does it do?
We'll get into it. This is Monstera,
Monstera.
Swiss cheese.
Okay.
So it's part of the Monstera
Oh,
family.
So it actually grows cheesy like that, like with holes in it.
Yes,
Oh,
with the holes in it.
Okay.
It's actually an interesting story. So Monstera grows in very windy forests.
Ah.
So they evolved into having these leaves so that
doesn't blow them away.
instead of destroying the leaf, the air would just pass through. So we call them fenestrations.
Okay, that's very
Yes.
interesting. Okay.
And then this is mother of thousand
explain.
because every other leaf you see on this plant has little leaves on them
it.
that can
Right.
become new plants. So out of just this plant, you can make 1,000 more.
Because each individual leaf placed in a different pot can be
Pot.
able to germinate into.
Yes.
Wow.
And each individual leaf still carries at least 20 or more tiny
Puffle.
leaves on it. So
Hey.
that's why it's called the mother of thousands.
Okay, I understand that.
Yes.
Okay.
And then this is the famous pothos. Today I have the neon pothos.
Okay.
Because of the color.
Ah.
These are just a variety of plants that I have growing in water because I wanted to be able to show that sometimes
You can grow things.
all
in.
they need is water.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the famous snake plants.
Okay.
That's another variation of pothos.
Okay.
And then the famous spider plant.
Okay. All right.
So basically what I did was to pick up plants that are easy going and have been proven to purify your air by a research done by NASA.
Ah.
So all the plants you see here today have
Are
actually
air
been
purifiers.
air purifiers and have actually been researched into. Yes.
That's amazing to hear. Okay, now today we're going to be speaking about plants, all that we need to know about them, their hidden benefits,
Yeah.
and everything else inclusive. But I'd like to start from you from the Plant Plug GH story. How did it start from you? Did your love for plants begin before the business, or did it develop after the business?
It began before the business.
Okay.
It actually began with a sad story.
Explain.
I was very sick. Like I woke up one day and started coughing. I'm sure it's something that most Ghanaians are going through right now. You wake up and you're coughing, you're
think that, oh, it's
sneezing.
just like a flu or
You say,
something.
oh, it's a flu. So it took me on a journey. Look, I did all the antibiotics, I did all the cough mixtures, and I wasn't getting better for
Wow.
months. And then I went and did more tests and realized that, oh, you're allergic to the entire environment, amongst other allergies. So, and the doctor said, oh, your air, you need to purify your air. So my brother shipped an air purifier
It didn't work?
For me, it works.
Okay.
So what the air purifier is like a meter. So it tells you when the air is bad and when the air is clean. And then it
Okay.
filters the bad air. So when it's working, it's like a generator. Works very loudly. But then that got me thinking, okay, there must be a way for humans to purify their air that isn't machine. So I started researching and I saw plants. So these were some of my first
Set of plants.
set of plants collection. And so I went and then I bought 7. And I said, okay. Before that, I did the whole aesthetic thing. I have like a lucky bamboo growing in water.
I've been trying to get. We'll come back to that.
Growing in water. So, I mean, I always had a plant or two because growing up, I grew up around plants. My mom will not give you medicine if you haven't drunk some herbs first
So
and
she
it
was very
didn't work.
big on-
Yes, my mom is, if your tummy is hurting, aloe vera. If you have a headache, drink some lime water and, so
okay.
some herb teas and things like that. So that I already knew. My grandma is a fanatic. Like my grandma had so many plants in her home.
I love that.
So I grew up around that. But when I rented an apartment, moved out of home, I just assumed that if my landlord hasn't done it,
You can't do it.
I can't do it. So that's what made me drift away. But once I started getting sick, it just came back naturally because it's something I grew up around. And then I started. Now I have about 150 plus plants in my living room.
What?
On my compound, yeah, I've stopped counting. But let's just say probably in the thousands. Yeah.
You really are a plant mom. Like you really, really are a plant mom. That's amazing.
Yes.
Now starting the business, how easy was it transitioning from just loving and having plants around you to now creating a business out of it?
I haven't. Because one of my biggest challenge has been selling the plants I have.
Wow.
Yeah, it's because it's like your baby. It's like your pet, right? Who wants to sell their baby?
Wow.
So it started with me trying to, guard my babies. So if someone wants plants and they come to me, all I do is, I'll take your money. I'll go and buy it from somewhere else
And
and
bring
give
it
it
to
to
you.
you. But selling mine is still very, very difficult for me to do because you grow an attachment, a bond with these living creatures. And it gets really, but it's not easy also because as a young person, it's not like there's ready capital. There aren't a lot of people in the space, so it's expensive. There are a lot of barriers, but Charlie, when the passion is there, I guess.
You have to follow it.
Yeah, you wake up and you look at them and they're so adorable.
I swear. Okay. Now, in terms of it, are people really getting into the plant culture?
Yes, that's actually a very interesting. I think Ghanaians were never not in the plant culture because I have visited some old retirees' homes, right? And they always have plants. I think it's just a thing of losing our way or becoming a little more lawless along the way. Because I grew up in Kaneshi Dansoman. Those two places still have plants. They haven't seen a lot of development, but don't joke with their plants. There are certain trees that you still see in those parts that you won't find in East Legon. So it's a thing of just going back to your roots, really. That's how we grew up. We grew up walking on the streets, plucking mangoes from the neighbor's house, oranges and all the fruits, and now it's all gone. And kids are walking on the street in this hot sun. I can't imagine.
But coming to that, and even our building style, because it feels as if in the new modern houses these days, it's all concrete, no gardens, no plants, no trees. As someone who is lives a planned lifestyle, how do we reconcile this with our new modern styles?
Let me start by giving some numbers. So apart from selling plants, one of my passion has been, and I believe strongly that people need to understand the importance of plants. Because if I'm selling something to you and you don't even understand it, you think it's just for beautification, then you won't even pay attention to what I'm saying because it's just one of those things that I put in my space as decor. But AJ, let me read out some numbers I have found from a research I was looking into. Currently in Ghana, we have 28,000 people dying annually from air pollution.
What?
Yes, you spoke about heat.
Yeah.
Currently, our heat index has seen an increase of up to 10 degrees
What?
Celsius. So growing up, when you were listening
It wasn't
to
honestly this hot.
GTV and
Yes.
Co, maximum Accra will be very hot this evening. Tomorrow morning, it will be 27 degrees Celsius. Now we are going into 38, sometimes 37, 36. All that is as a result of what we have done to our space. So it's all just very connected, and until we start seeing it as that and taking it from a point of like a national discussion that these are natural based solutions. One of the things I found out in the research is that if we can actually put plants and trees in our spaces, on the streets and everything, we can drop our heat rate back to like as high as 8 degrees less than what we're experiencing now.
Wow.
So when I see people looking for shade and hiding under a tree, and then they'll tell you that, the tree doesn't give you food, so cut it down. I don't understand what's happening to the people we put in power, the people who are supposed to be experts, who are supposed to educate us on these things. Sometimes you sit in rooms and they actually do not know. It's not that it's intentional that they are cutting
really
down.
don't get it.
They really don't get it. And so apart from selling, one of my biggest passion is education. Because I think that we need to get to a point where we are educating people about the importance. Like if I tell you that if you don't put this in your space, you will die, I think you'll take it more serious than if I say, put it there for decor. You know? Yes.
Especially with us, a lot of us now looking at, we want the plants, but we want the decorative parts. We want the plastic ones.
Yes.
Because me, myself, I'll be like, sometimes people also the analogy that, bring insects or bring bugs into the home. Is that true?
You see, that's the thing. When you don't clean your room, don't you get cockroaches? Insects will come whether you have plants or not, right? It's just a way of handling them. I haven't seen I haven't had malaria in years.
Wow.
Because yes, plants bring mosquitoes, but nature is a very interesting. They have learned how to sustain themselves. So something like the neem tree is very good for preventing pests and mosquitoes and insects.
Wow.
So I don't even remember the last time I used mosquito spray. All I have to do when I see mosquitoes, insects, pests, is to get the neem oil or boil the neem leaves, put it into a spray can, and spray it.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. So when people say, someone saw my room with a 150 plant and said, "Don't you have snakes?" Like, did you put the snake egg in my pot? You know.
Some people are under that assumption that
Yeah.
if you grow or have a garden or grow a bit of trees, you will attract reptiles. Is that actually true?
You see, it's their spot, right? It's nature, and it's an ecosystem. It's like saying that I want to drink water, but I don't want the rivers and lakes to flow through where, like, you won't have water. It comes with it. Do you understand? Personally, I'm yet to experience or even see a snake. I haven't seen any. I live out of town now. People in the neighborhood have told me about, maybe we saw a snake around, but in my compound, I haven't experienced it because there are also plants that are supposed to help reduce the impact of reptiles. So, example, oregano. Oregano is heavily scented, and snakes and reptiles do not like that smell. So there's a small hole through the wall to sort of prevent flooding. And I have planted the oregano because that is the only place you pass to enter my compound. So I have planted a lot of oregano around that space. So but it's really rare, especially when we have damaged the ecosystem, the natural ecosystem in Accra. It's unless your house people AJ.
Tell me what you.
I don't know what snake is doing on your compound.
Okay, now let's get into what the benefits of these plants and coming into what you have now. So, specific plants and their benefits in different environments. Maybe
Okay.
one that is perfect for the home. Which one would that be?
All these plants are perfect for your home.
Okay.
So NASA's research, and I like to state this because when people buy plants and they buy just one, I want to clean my air, then they buy just one. Small one, then they put it by their bedside and they think it's done. There's actually a math to the whole thing. So for every 100 square meter, about this room, you need about 2 big plants
Okay.
or 3 big plants to
Really
make sure
purify.
that on a daily basis it's purifying. The smaller the plant, the longer it takes
To purify.
to purify.
Ah.
You see, so I always advise people that get a collection. You can't just put one plant there and say that it's
It's going to do the
working.
work,
Yeah,
yes.
it's like in a factory. The more workers you have in the factory,
The quicker the work gets
the quicker the work, So that's what it is. But most of these plants are all known for taking specific toxins out of your air. Now, this is the thing. Plants themselves are supposed to, we're taught in school, plants take carbon dioxide
And then
out of the
produce
air
it.
and give you oxygen, right?
Yes.
Most of these plants, they do the carbon dioxide thing, but some of them are also, especially the poisonous plants, they're poisonous because they are supposed to take the poisons out of your air. Do you get it? So by saying that, so when I see that we plant more trees and let's plant trees, projects plant trees, then you go and they are planting coconut, mango. I ask myself, what about the ones whose job it is to purify the air? That is why if we go and plant cassava, yam in a galamsey site, then my question to you is, what is the purpose of the ones that are meant for? Because the ones we are going to consume are not supposed to have poisons in them, So most of these plants are all specific to, for instance, but some of them do more work than others,
Okay.
like the snake plant.
Okay.
That is why it's popular. Apart from purifying your air, in school you were told that plants will take the oxygen at night, they'll make their food. Snake plant is one of the few house plants that, whilst making its food at night, will still give you oxygen. So it's still releasing oxygen at night when all of these guys are on break making their food, right? Yes. So snake plants for me is one of the best. Unfortunately, when people Google snake plant, they see can grow in low light. And so they pick it up and they put it in some corner and then forget about it. No, snake plant is a bright light loving plant. If you want it to thrive, you want it to grow, you put it in your room. When you are not around, maybe you're going to be away for a weekend, bring it outside so that it gets some sunlight and some good light. When you come back home,
You can put it back inside.
you can put it back inside. That way
Nice.
it's always growing. These ones, they're also very good air purifiers. These are succulents. So let me separate them for you.
Okay.
The mother of thousand and the cotyledon, they are succulent plants. Now, for someone like AJ, who is likely to forget to water her plants,
Yes, please. All the time.
these are your plants.
Okay.
They do not need you. Like, you don't need, they want water once a month.
Oh.
They don't need you. Snake plants, for instance, they don't like water. They want water maximum twice a month. But if you travel for 1 month and you leave a snake plant, you come back to meet your plant. A few leaves will fall, but the
It'll be
plant is
good.
fine.
Yeah.
If you are an overcaring person like me, Madam Romantic, then you go for like the pothos or the money plant because they like water. You water them every week, you interact with them. They'll probably trail and climb everywhere in your house. But so there's also plants for everybody.
Okay.
Depending on your character, your behavior, your schedule, Yeah.
I like that. Okay. So in specific places like the office, which plants would thrive where?
It depends on your office architecture. So I won't give you a snake plant if you don't have windows in your office.
Okay.
Unless you promise me that
You take
you
it
will
out
take
there.
it out from time to time.
So like
At
in this
least-
studio like this, which is no windows.
Yes. Just
artificial
lights.
lighting, yes.
Pothos. These guys will do well anywhere. Anywhere you put them. The only difference is if they are in a lit spot, you get bigger leaves. If they are in a non-lit spot, you get smaller leaves.
Okay,
So
okay.
this particular one, it's a new baby I cut less than a month ago. It was
Okay.
just 2 leaves, and it has grown, and it's sitting like under the shelves somewhere, like with
Wow.
it's outside, but it's like hidden from the sun and the light. So you see that the leaves are small. But I have a pothos with big leaves. If you Google pothos and you say pothos in natural habitat, they grow on trees and they get these big lush leaves. If I show you the big leaves, you say, I've seen this plant before.
Okay.
But without a lot of light, it will stay cute in a cute pot for you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, for like a place like a hospital or clinic where, in a space like that, with a
Like
lot
the balcony of
Yeah.
the clinic. I would put, clinics are supposed to have good ventilation.
Yeah.
Good ventilation usually comes with windows and light. So I would put snake plants and spider plants on everybody's bedside. And then I would put the money trees. So this is actually a tree. This is the baby version.
So you
It
put
can grow up to about 10 feet.
Wow.
This one. So imagine having that 10 feet big potted plants
Yeah.
on the walkway. You see, that way the big plants are doing, and then the small ones can be on your bedside. Yeah.
What are some of the beyond the purifying? What are some of the benefits that people don't know about plants?
Mental health.
How
Your
so?
mental health. AJ, you know when we're growing up and you would put your hand in the sand and your mother would beat you that stop playing in the sand. There's a reason we always went back. Okay, we are connected to the land. We are connected to the soil. There's something about just relaxing. It relaxes your brain. These days when I have a headache, before I take a painkiller, I enter the garden. Because when you spend time potting the plant, sometimes you're just cleaning the leaves. You're not doing too much, just misting and cleaning the leaves. You get so much relaxation. And I'm not saying this from my point of view. There was a research done abroad. What they did was to divide workers of a company who were on the same stress level, divided them into two, and put half all on their way to work. The whole trip was through plants, and then the other half was through story buildings and noisy cars. At the end of the research, the people who were passing by plants didn't touch it.
I just saw it.
Passed by, saw it, noticed it. Oh, today your leaf is down. Oh, today your leaf is up. Today this color, your pattern is different. That's all. Reduce their stress level by 60%.
Wow.
And these are not, I'm not saying it. People have taken time to do research. Please just feel free to Google everything I'm saying. And your mind will be open to a world. We're always talking about how everybody in Ghana is upset. Where do you think it's coming? We are stressed. Ghanaians are stressed because we've killed the one thing that nature is literally saying, this is here. It's to solve all the problems. Just keep it there. Sometimes they don't even need us. There was a radiation problem somewhere in the US, a small town, and they had to evacuate everybody from there. And they said, nature had died, the animals had died, everything had died, so humans can't live there because the air was bad. They evacuated everybody. And they thought it would take 100 years for plants to start growing there again because of the radiation exposure. It took less than 2 years. When they went back, the plants had taken over the building.
Wow.
They did not need us. They have lived in this world longer than us. I think another benefit is to be going to them for advice. Yes.
Honestly, because they seem to thrive better than a lot of us would.
Yeah, their resilience. Plants adapt. Current research is showing that there's plants that are evolving to break down plastic.
Wow.
Yes. These guys know, like, they know the secrets of the world. Anytime I'm in the garden, one of the things I've noticed is I get really cool advice from them.
How so? Do you hear them?
I don't know
And do
how.
people, okay.
It just drops in your head.
Okay.
Yeah. So I sometimes you're in the, and then something will happen. Like you're supposed to water a plant and you haven't watered it and the plant is looking sad, and you pour water all the time, it's still looking sad, and then you just move the plant into a different corner. Just by moving, the plant starts to be
thrive.
happy. What does that tell you about the human race? It means that sometimes you are not the problem.
It is
It's
your
where you
environment.
are.
Okay, very
How
good.
else will you learn this lesson if you don't spend time with a plant? I have over 30 of such lessons. So usually when I come out, that's deep, then I write it down, but sometimes I don't even, I can't explain, but I want to believe that because now research shows that plants do talk. They do communicate.
Oh, clearly with each other, but it's now
Yes.
for us to decode and then be able to understand what they're being said.
We haven't been paying attention. I think if we do, we'll get it.
Now, quickly before we wrap up, serial plant killers. I had considered myself a plant killer for a bit. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm always killing my babies. What are the 3 non-negotiable tips to ensure that anyone starting off as a plant mom or dad will be able to make their plants thrive?
Okay.
3 tips.
3 things. Your soil. Your soil, non-negotiable. Please. I know you heard in school that black soil is good for plants.
But it's not always so.
Unfortunately, we don't have black soil. We have, black soil is topsoil. If you did the soil structure in school, black soil is just the topsoil. And we have managed to degrade it with erosion. So we don't have topsoil. So when you see the soil that people sell in town, sometimes you realize that it makes your plants, when you put your plants, it makes it so hard. You can't put your hand through it. It cakes up like clay.
Yeah.
That's not the soil you want. You want to be able to mix your soil. We call some things substrates. One of the best substrates, easy to find, affordable, is cocoa pit. So buy the black soil, yes. Go to that charcoal seller and tell her you want the bidiaceae. When you get the bidiaceae, the powdered, yes, and then you mix it with the cocoa pit. That is a good soil mix for you to put in your room.
Okay.
That is non-negotiable. If your soil is bad, there's absolutely no way the plant will survive. That's 1. 2, your watering schedule.
Okay.
I tell people that it's only when you're growing herbs that they need frequent watering because they are creating fruits, right? Unfortunately, for other plants like the ornamentals, you do not need that much watering. In fact, I would advise you to rather underwater them. One of the biggest things I've noticed with my clients is that they all die. The first thing when they see a plant is bad, the first thing is, I'm going to water my plant. Maybe it needs water. No. First, put your hand in the pot. Is it dry? If it comes out dry, then you water. If not, leave the plant alone. Sometimes it's just shock. You just bought the plant, you brought it home. It hasn't familiarized itself with your environment and your air. It's like, where have you taken me to? Like when you go to a new hotel, you are not able to sleep that night. So allow the plant to breathe and adapt to the new environment you just put it in. And then that's fine. So rather than overwatering, underwater. In fact, for indoor plants, it takes a while for the soil to dry out. So 1 week, sometimes J or I for 10 days before you water the plant. So that is 2. 3, clean your leaves. For plants to be able to photosynthesize, the leaves need to be clean. The leaves are like their pores, their skin.
So once there's dirt accumulation.
Once there's dirt accumulation, it's not making food because it's not receiving the light. You get it. So clean your leaves. Last one, bonus. Always make sure there are holes under your pot. So that is why I have something like this. Always have the outer pot and the inner pot. The outer pot is the decor piece that doesn't have the hole, but it's nice. You want to use it. The outer pot always has to have. The inner pot always have to have a hole,
Okay.
so that there's a proper drainage system for the plant. If this plant sits in water, in soil, it will die. It confuses people when you say, okay, but the plant is in water all the time, it doesn't die, but when I do this, it dies. It's because with water comes air. There's always air in water. So the plants are able to breathe. Once you put them in soil, you need to ensure that they can still breathe. It becomes heavier when the water is too much. So try to make sure that your plants will dry out properly, drain properly, before you put another water in it.
Okay. Now, I know we've spoken about snake plants, which are impossible to kill.
Yeah.
Spider plants are also impossible to kill. Portals are also impossible to kill. So will these 3 plants be the ones that you recommend? These are hard to kill. So if you are someone who kills plants easily, these 3 you recommend for them?
You see, that's the thing. It depends on your character and how often you are likely to water.
Okay.
For someone who is forgetful, doesn't want to take on too much responsibility, I'll say go for the succulent plants, because these plants can stay a whole month
Without any water.
I travel a lot. What plant should I get? I get a succulent. Just go to any shop or come to me first and
course.
say you want a succulent, and that might just work for you. If I say pothos and you are never home, the pothos will die. So those are some of the things. And so when people come to me and they want plants, I look at the space they are going to put the plants in, and I also look at the kind of people they are. Are they busy? Are they likely to overwater, underwater? Those are some of the things I look out for before I recommend a plant. So all these plants here, let's break them into 3: the succulents, the water lovers, and the mid folks. So the mid folks are the snake plants and the spider plants. The water lovers are your pothos. The succulents are your forget me.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Now, finally, as someone who is in the plant business and is a plant mom, how do you think Ghanaians are doing in terms of caring for our plants?
Terrible.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Because AJ, let me give you another fact. Recently I wrote a piece. I'll probably share it with you guys if you publish it. But I wrote a piece on if the green in the Ghana flag would still be there if we gained independence today.
Oh my gosh.
And so it took me on a journey, right? I went to National Archive. I dug deep into a lot of research work and papers that had been done. And I found that since 1957 till date, we've lost 6.6 million hectares of tree cover.
Wow.
We had 8.1 million in 1958.
And now we have 2 million.
Yes.
Chai.
So that should tell you that we are not doing good at all. At all is completely terrible. And it's telling why first, back in the day, your biggest killer diseases were HIV, malaria. Now your biggest killer diseases are airborne diseases, your heart attacks, your kidney problems, your respiratory issues that are killing people. I mean, annually we are seeing almost 30,000 people dying from these diseases. Top 10, first 5 is airborne diseases, and triggered by air pollution. And so we need to start looking at it from a holistic point of view, and we need to start respecting the people, the creatures we met here on this land, because they'll be here.
They will, long after we leave.
Yeah. They'll be here.
Okay. So your one tip to every Ghanaian listening that they can do differently when it comes to plants this year?
One tip.
For anyone and everyone listening.
Pay attention.
Okay.
There's so much. I think that if we can even pay attention, they'll charm us into wanting more plants. But pay attention. When you buy the plant and you bring it home, it's your responsibility. Pay attention. The plant waste is also very unnecessary.
True.
People buy the plant, it dies, they buy another one.
Oh, Charlie.
I'm always on my clients. Like, I do follow-ups for up to 3 months before I would leave you be. I'm always checking, how's the plant doing?
How's it going? Is it
What
nice?
do you need? Send me a picture. Let me see how it looks. Checking in. Sometimes I go and wipe off the leaves for them. because it's not just about buying the plant from me. It's about making sure that it's beneficial to you in the long run.
I like that.
You know, so please pay attention. Once you bring the plant home, it is your responsibility, just like your TV, where you turn off your plug every time when you are leaving because you don't want ECG to damage it. Please pay attention to the plants as well.
Amazing.
If you don't have trees, start putting some in. The beautiful thing about trees, and AJ, this is something we all didn't know. I didn't know that I can grow trees in pots. So
Wow.
if you live upstairs and your landlord or landlady is not taking plants seriously, put trees in your balcony. Just keep them in pots. So we call them, the Chinese have been doing it for years. We call them bonsais. Okay, but they are just growing trees in pots,
Wow.
you know. And so just do that and at least keep your space purified.
I love that. Now, money plant, does it really bring money?
You see, this matter. Anka AJ sent me a billionaire.
At this point,
You know, because I think I do
you have
pretty
bare
well.
1,000.
But I think that where there's a connection. You see, I've realized that when I have peace of mind, I'm able to work better and be more productive. Hence, money.
So the plants will give you peace of mind.
Because your mental health is always, your anxiety levels are low.
That's true.
Your mental health is better with them just by them being in your space. You know.
Okay.
So I think that the connection and why our forefathers used to say that stems from 2 or 3 major places. One, your mental health. Once you have a clear mind, you are more productive,
That's true.
so you can make more money. 2, the health benefits. You know, once you are healthy, not just your mental health, physically healthy, from the herbs and all of that, you have the energy to be able to do that. There's also the part about making money off plants. So when I buy this plant, I bought this plant. This is a baby of a bigger plant. AJ, I've made maybe 10K from just this plant
Wow.
because it keeps growing.
And you keep taking small
And I keep
plants
taking
and
small
giving it.
pits and buying and selling it to other people.
Wow.
Do you get it? So by it multiplying in your space, now you have the opportunity to make it into a business. I believe that plants are expensive because most of us growing it, we are not a lot. But once more people are doing it, the price will drop.
Absolutely.
You know, so I think that is where the economic, but the Chinese people do believe that there are certain plants, it's called a Feng Shui beliefs or rules or something, right? So they do believe that there are certain plants that you put at specific places. I think that there might be some truth
Okay.
to it. I've seen one wonder be one day it shook me a little because it worked. You
Okay.
know, there's this local plant it's called miracle leaf, but most people know it as taimiewu, like otaimia ubewu. And they believe it's Ghanaians, Akans believe it's a very spiritual plant. And one day somebody was owing me money. Called the person said, "Oh, I'm sick, so give me 3 days." Oh, guy,
Chale.
I'm needing the money. So just after the call, I turned and I saw the plant. I said, "You cry, I hear that you do wonders." I took a leave and I said, "Charlie, I did beg.
Bring me my money.
Turn this person's mind so that they bring me back my money." And in an hour, the person called and said, "Check, I have sent you." I said, "You said 3 days." So after that incident, I've been so scared to try it again.
I need 2 of those plants.
I've been so scared to try it again.
I need 2 of
I
them.
don't know if it was because I believed in it or in that moment the plant felt my
Yeah,
desperation or it's
yeah,
just coincidence.
yeah.
I can't tell. I have not done any research.
Let me experiment some more with it.
But yeah, these are things that people believe, and the fact that it's not just Africa or Africans that believe it. It's something that goes around the entire world, like the native people of like the Amazonians, Asians. They don't joke with
All of that, yeah.
how they treat plants. There's a plant called holy basil. It's also it's a herb, very nice smell. Indians are known for putting it at their door because they said it prevents bad energy from coming. I didn't understand it, but I took some of the leaves, made it into tea and drank, and it is one of my go-tos for like focus and memory.
Oh, wow.
Like retentive memory.
Okay,
so
okay.
I don't know that there's always a little bit of truth, but maybe we need to research more into
Absolutely.
it.
I'll volunteer myself for the research.
I need to live fast, but still, baby.
Let me do 1 or 2 bit. I'll come back with a report on this. But Ivy, thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
And for schooling us on the plants, its benefits and essentials. Now we all know how to grow our plants better and do better for our environment. Ivy Anyam is founder of Plant Plug GH. You find them on social media at Plant Plug GH.
This is for you.
Oh, and I get a snake plant. Thank you so much. I'm going to put this right by my bed. I'm going to put it right by my bed.
I could never
So I can purify my room.
Get a bigger one in addition to it.
Yeah. Actually, I think I must.
You know,
But yes,
respect.
find Plant Plug GH on all your plant-related items and tips and tricks
But you know,
and how to also get some of that in your home offices
Right, like-
or personal spaces.
I'm so happy.
Getting back into more great music with this one from Ruth B. This is Dandelions.